So I'm sorry to do this. I really am. But this has to be shown because this is how hateful the other side is. I mean, I've done a real investigation going back to like 2011, which I believe, well, maybe 2009, when Trump started on Twitter. Just looking at the comments, and many of these people, their replies, journalists, bloggers, magazine, in with magazines, and yet these are people you think write great articles, but these are the same people that never come with any substance to art, like to debate Trump over something he posts. They just come right at him and you're a fucker, you're this, you're fat ass, I mean, really just outright haters. And so, from the psychology perspective, my assessment of this is that they have so much hate at themselves. Because here's the difference between them and Trump supporters. They can call us deplorables. The difference is that's why my Parler profile name is Proud Deplorable. Because at least I can come back, and I think most Trump supporters I see do this, is we can come back and give you the actual rationales for why we say what we say. At the most, what these haters do, the progressive commies, is they'll bring you talking points, but most of the time, not even that. Talking points. I can go on CNN and grab the 3 talking points to some argument. Anybody can do that. No, give me your rationale. Back it up. They can't do it. So what they do, because they're just hateful people, is they attack. That's what they do. They attack. And then they say he's the hater. So I'm gonna show this, and so I just apologize in advance. But this is how wicked these people are. This was posted in his comment section, I think back in 2000. I don't remember the year. It was either posted. I think it was in post to like the Stormy Daniels thing. But just here, you'll see. This is how hateful these people are, and they're all like this. So I did try and fuck her. She was married. I moved on her like a bitch, but I couldn't get there. She was married. Then all of a sudden I see her. She's now got the big phony, you know what, and everything. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything. Grab them by the, people know what the word is. Grab them by the you know what, you can do anything. And if people remember that last line, that was a quote, obviously the locker room talk quote back during the campaign, when he was running against Clinton the first time. So I think people just thought, oh, he's stupid. Why would he say something like that? He never did it. He hasn't. The recycling that I've watched over the 40 years? No, maybe not 40. No, not 40. 30 years of watching politics is the progressive radical. They recycle. That's all they do. Every time there's a Supreme Court justice like Kavanaugh, they did this with what's his name? Justice, what's the African American man? People know who I mean. He's still on the Supreme Court justice. It'll come to me. They did this by bringing Anita Hill. It's interesting. I can remember her name. I can't remember his. They brought her out. Okay. Then during Kavanaugh, who Trump had appointed during his hearings, they trot out that woman. Okay. And yet there was no evidence to any of it, but they had to disease and infect our society with that filth, and they knew it was lies. And the same thing with Stormy Daniels. Trump's already won against Stormy Daniels, but now they're trying to recycle that. The lawyer that was representing Daniels went to jail. Maybe he's out now, but he went to jail. Yes, was he on Trump's team? Trump knew he was corrupt. Remember the time many years ago, Trump said, yeah, I would like to lose all my money to see who my true friends are. You may think that Trump's obsessed with money. The only thing I would say, and I wouldn't even use the word obsessed, is because he wants to give back to those that need it. That will come out. It won't come out by the Trumps because it won't come out that way because they do the right thing. and they don't brag about it. But I think in time, more and more of that is coming out, the deeds of the Trump family. But there, what he said here, grab them by, he's basically saying when you're a billionaire, a millionaire, you can get away with that because there are people that will sacrifice their values, their morals to get in somebody's wallet. It's really what he was saying. He never did it. He's been the most investigated man. They had him under an investigation constantly during his administration and probably still do because they're constantly, and they can't find anything because there isn't anything. He doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. He's never used drugs, doesn't even drink coffee. He liked to date in his younger days. And yes, he's been married 3 times. If you're going to bash him for that, then there's a whole bunch of people in America you need to condemn. He's raised great kids. They don't have laptops like Hunter Biden does, do they? No, they don't. No, they don't. But people want to rip on him and say stuff like this, which should tell you this is how hateful these people are. And they're journalists, they're professors, some of them just everyday people, but they don't have any argument back. They just go to, you're a fucker, you're this, you're that. And what they throw at him is, yeah, you didn't pay your taxes, you low-life con. And it's like, yeah, because you're so stupid, you just believe CNN. This is just hateful. Stormy Daniels, in my opinion, proves this last line. She does. Not that he did this to her. No, but she was willing to sell out for, we'll get you on the news, you'll get in magazines, you'll get some fame, we'll give you some money. They can get any woman, not any woman, excuse me, I'm not going to say that, of course not. But there's enough people out there that want, the easy dough. And basically they're psychopaths that do that. They have no moral conscience whatsoever because they know they're totally lying, but they're willing to sell out because of the money. And given that he won the case against Stormy Daniels because there was no evidence for everything she said and she defamed him and all of that, it proves what he did say when it comes to locker room talk. Basically, somebody has a bunch of money, Soros, whoever it is, comes to you and says, if you do this, I'll give you, 500 grand or $1 million, whatever it is. We'll get you on the cover of the New Yorker, whatever it is. You'll get noticed, you'll get fame. There's people out there, women and men, that will do that. Because it's a depraved society. And that's what's gone on for a long time. Like I said, it was Anita Hill and Justice Supreme Court. Oh, I can't remember his name. And it's such an easy one. But you know who I'm talking about. Every time the progressive commies on the other side, there's somebody they don't like, they have to bring a bunch of filth into it to make the conservative or Republican or somebody that a conservative or Republican appointed as this sick, twisted rapist. They will ruin people's lives just for their political bullshit. And so is it any wonder with somebody that comes up with this? This is just somebody that has hate at themselves. And they can't stand to carry that hate around. They don't have enough strength to clear out their own garbage within themselves and get rid of it. And instead, they want to release it all on him because he represents what they never were. So when you have a society that has men and women that'll sell out like that and do the most depraved things for money, well, then it proves the Bible, as God said. The root of all evil is money. A rich man, a camel can go through the eye of a needle sooner than a rich man can get into heaven. Because what Trump was trying to say is, yes, your millionaire and billionaires can get away with anything because they have that money. And what happened when Trump came into office? Oh, some millionaires came off the street. Harvey Weinstein was arrested and so was Jeffrey Epstein. The same people who were grabbing people and getting away with it because they were millionaires.